Other drugs that the cult used on me and other victims were drugs that would temporarily paralyze us. And they used those drugs especially when they did rituals where they would try to make me or other folks inside believe that we were dead. So they would paralyze us with the drug. I couldn't move, but I could see, I could hear, I could smell. And then they would use it right after they pretend killed us, and then have a big pretend funeral for me where like the cult was sobbing, and like if only my mother would be saying things like if only I had followed the rules, and if only I had listened to the cult, only they didn't use the word cult, I wouldn't be dead. So rituals and abuse scenarios like that, or other abuse scenarios where they were absolutely trying to convince folks inside that they were dead and bury us in the coffin. They used drugs both to knock us out and to bring us back. Usually those were injections, and usually for me it was during torture, where they needed to change the scene or change the apparatus that they were using to train parts of me in mind control. And so knock us out and make us think that we were dead, bring us back, tell us that the cult, out of the goodness of our hearts, is giving you another chance. But like you have to like follow the rules and you have to like do this job. Things like that. And they also use drugs to bring us more calmness or numbness or dissociativeness. Like my mother every morning put drugs in my oatmeal and my brother's oatmeal before we went to school, and it felt like a sedative or to keep us calmer, keep us from reacting and talking when we went to school, because it was public school. Even though there was always at least one cult member in the school, they still wanted to make sure like we were behaving and we were not talking and we weren't letting things out and we weren't like reacting from the pain and the trauma. And all the drugs that the cult is using, they're using so intentionally to increase the trauma, to increase the torture, to gain a certain response from us that they want, to reinforce the torture and the mind control messages, or to keep us from talking or remembering. It's the sole use of all of those drugs, or to somehow make it better for the abusers or for the people that they rented us out to. Like it was it was always to harm us further and to keep us silent and to keep control over us.